Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Avengers, issue number 32. Bruh, y'all remember when I said that freaking Jason Aaron is a psychopath? I meant it in a good way, and I said as much. Oh man. Yo, this is nuts. If you're an X fan, consider grabbing this issue so you know what I'm talking about when I get to the end, because I'm not here to give spoilers. I'm here to tell you if you're an X-Man fan, you need to grab this comic book or talk to someone who did, and then go out and buy the comic book because it's not going to be spoiled anymore. You're going to want to get to the end of this comic book and look at what happens and go, oh no, oh hells no. Yo. Let's get talking about who made this comic book. Then we'll get into this psychopathy. Wow. Okay, Earth's Mightiest Villains by Jason Aaron, Ed McGuinness, and Francisco Mana. Color artist Jason Keith, VC's Corey Petit on letters, Ed McGuinness, Mark Morales, and Jason Keith does the cover. Variant cover by Mike McCone and Andreas Mosa, and the graphic designer is Carlos Lau. And of course, the Avengers were created. The Avengers were created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. All right. So we get a. It seems like most of this is going to be about Namor. And the beginning and the end are. But it's about a lot of things. You see, we've had the unresolved stuff with Namor before where we thought, oh, maybe this is just a quick little brief hint and then Chip Zdarsky is going to finish everything off in his Avengers comic. That's honestly what I thought was happening because they just abandoned the Namor stuff. No, that was simply a happy coincidence that Namor got the Serpent Crown over in the for crying out loud, Invaders. There we go, in the Invaders comic book with Zdarsky. No, that was completely 100% separate from what's been happening here in the Avengers, and this issue is the proof of that. So we also get a little bit more about the vampire situation, which, mind you, and this is not really that related, but in Wolverine issue number 1, Wolverine finds out that Dracula is in Chernobyl, in Russia in general. Well, we are also seeing here that this stuff isn't just going to resolve itself over there. No, that's something entirely different. Over here, we've got a situation that has to be resolved in and of itself. Benjamin Percy and Victor Bogdanovic, they're simply doing a different story over in the pages of Wolverine. So this is easy to get confused with, but just stick with it. You'll get it. They're doing their own thing. On top of that, there's also the thing with the Red Widow, and this is also in Russia, but it's still different. The version of the Avengers over there, the Winter Guard, in Russia. The Red Widow finds a spy, it seems, somebody who's not of them in their household. It may seem like she just, crazily decides to kill somebody. Not necessarily. You get to see the leadership style of everybody here. You get to see Namor's leadership style, Dracula's leadership style, and Red Widow's leadership style, which is wicked. And they're all very different. But Red Widow notices something that the others don't seem to notice. Namor, because he's drunk. Oh, by the way, there's a brand new bar introduced in the Marvel Universe. I'm just shaking my head at it. This is like facepalm stuff. Like, it's so silly. But you know what? What's the big deal? Who cares? If we never see this bar again, I'd be okay with it. But this was just hysterical. Anyway, you could see who the bad people are at play in this book. You also get to see another team that we started off with that's supposed to be a good guy team, but seems to be a bad guy team because it's led by Agent Coulson. Oh, that's right. We got the Squadron Supreme in here. And we get Agent Coulson. Now, Agent Coulson was brought back from the dead, and we didn't know how until today. I'm not giving you where this came from. I'm not giving you this spoiler. That's just not who I am. All right? You're going to want to see this. And it's one of those things where you're going to be like, oh, for crying out loud. And it's perfect. And all I can say is, if you're going to consider this a hint, cool, Nick Spencer is a freaking genius. He is just beyond belief a damned genius. And my God, man, somebody needs to make a statue of this guy. Whatever. I said what I had to say. There it is. wow, this is freaking awesome. Donny Cates may have had something to do with this also. Who knows? By the time you get to the end of this, though, that last page reveal, Namor is talking to someone. When you see who he's talking to or of, oh man. And if you're an X-Men fan, my God, what the hell? I have talked about how Jason Aaron has been going a little bit nutso as of late in this Avengers comic book. That it's not nearly as bad as or as crazy as Scott Snyder's Justice League, which just ended recently, and now we've got Robert Venditti writing that. I hate when this happens. I got too many names in my head right now. But the Scott Snyder Justice League book is out of this freaking world. Like, there's too much stuff happening. Things don't get resolved, and then more things get piled on top of it. And that's a lot of what's happening here. Aaron is taking a slightly different approach to it, though. While he's not resolving a damn thing, what he's doing instead is, before he adds more psycho things to the story, he's showing us the thread that connects everything. So we now see that those four groups that I was just talking about are all connected. And it's terrifying what that connection is, who that connection is. But on top of that, we're seeing more stuff that's about to come. And Namor, talking to who he's talking to, damn, dude. Damn. A lot of what's happening here, people coming back from the dead, all right? Like, hey, aren't some of these Squadron Supreme members dead? And didn't a lot of these people die? And where did they come back from? It's all understood in this book. Listen, I'm not going to throw any shade at this book whatsoever. Maybe the bar, but I guess you had to have a little bit of humor in the book. Anyway, this was a freaking crazy book, all right? But it's not Justice League crazy. Oh, you'll see hints of it. This is a much more... Whatever. I'm just going to say it's a much more intelligent approach to this, all right? A less emotional approach to it. This is all the crazy, but you see the threads. And it's really, really good. Look, there might be some stupid things showing up in the Avengers once in a while that I'm going to call stupid when I see stupid, all right? And I'm still not changing my opinion on a lot of things in here. It's not because I'm bullheaded. It's because I see what I see, and it is what it is. And I haven't seen anything to change my opinion on anything that I've called out on here, all right? But all that being said, the things that I did like, I now love. All right, the things that I was like, well, okay, I guess this is whatever it is. I'm questioning this, but it is what it is. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. This book is doing some wild, crazy stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to delay you anymore. Go out and read this book if you didn't read it. If you're an X-Men fan, I demand you to read this book. Again, you can go and get a spoiler from someplace else. Honestly, that's on you. Because now you get to look at this and say, this is just silly. But you read it, you watch how slowly it happens, you see the connectivity of everything that happens in here. Nah, man. This is next level. This is genuinely next level. So you get to see the thread of everything on here. And I'm just, for the sake of conversation, I didn't give you any spoilers. The cover may have given you a spoiler, but I didn't give you any spoilers. I'm saying, all right? Well, you see how all of these things are connected. And we don't know how that last thing is connected exactly yet, because that seems to be a little bit out of the purview of that particular thread. But damn it, dude. I sit here and I read this book. I'm like, Jason Aaron, you are a freaking psychopath, but in a really good way. The kind of psychopath you'd like to hang out with. Have a beer. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Rub elbows. What's going on, man? How you been? So talk to me about all this other crazy stuff you've been doing, because it's great. All right? It's absolutely great. It's not the cross the street and try and get away psychopath kind. So make no mistake about what exactly I'm doing here, all right? This is next level amazing. amazing. Guys, if you got any value out of this video, please consider turning your phone sideways, hitting a like, and also allowing a video ad to play at the end, even if it means opening up your next video that you're going to watch in the background and muting the sound for that other ad, because just it's the only way that us YouTubers get paid. All right, so thank you very much. By the way, that was about 20 seconds of me talking about things that you could do for the channel, and about 10 minutes of me talking about, well, content that's for you. So please, I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm out now. Here's some more videos for you to watch on the side. Your next video, perhaps. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.